Five-year-old injured in Tuesday's alleged road rage accident in Reseda has now died. The little boy, in fact, died about 11 o'clock last night. He and his mother and his infant sister were all critically injured when they were crushed between two parked cars. Police say those cars had been smashed by a driver who had lost control during a high-speed road rage dispute. The two men involved in that incident, by the way, are expected to face second-degree murder charges now. The victim's mother and the sisters remain in critical condition.
A woman and her two children are in critical condition this afternoon following what is now being called a case of road rage. Cops have now arrested two men in connection with the incident. KCAL9's Jaime Garza is live in Reseda. Jaime?
Dave, one of the men is a 19-year-old from Pacoima, the other a 44-year-old from Northridge, and at this hour, both of them are facing attempted murder charges, but those charges are expected to become even more severe as time passes. One of the three victims, injured here on Sherman Way yesterday, is not expected to survive, and that victim is just 5 years old. Ayman Arif receives a comforting hug, but it does little to ease his pain.
It's so bad, my son. He's so good, son. I love him so much.
Arif's 5-year-old son was with his mom, Sayeda, and his 2.5-month-old sister when they were crushed between these two parked cars yesterday afternoon. 19-year-old Armando Ayon lost control of the car he's sitting in while racing down Sherman Way. Arif's little boy is not expected to live.
80% of his brain was taken out, so he's literally dead. So, that's just a matter of time the doctor will take out the life sentence.
When that happens, Ayon, who's from Pacoima, will face murder charges, as will a second driver, with whom he was playing a dangerous high-speed game of cat and mouse that police say was sparked by road rage. They say 44-year-old Brian Barnes of Northridge fled this scene, but later turned himself in.
They were cutting each other off. They were jockeying for position. They were tapping on the brakes. One of the vehicles was tapping on the brakes, trying to cause the other one to ram into that vehicle.
They cannot point to the other individual and say, well, that person started it. This is not a fight of a 5-year-old on a playground.
Zabine Hilton and her husband have known the Arifs for 10 years and have been allowed to visit Sayeda in the hospital. Because she's in critical condition, they've avoided telling her that her infant daughter is struggling to survive, and her son is not likely to pull through.
My son is dead. My son died.
Ayman Arif wants those responsible brought to justice. Now, police say the next time you get behind the wheel and you sense road rage, stop and take a few deep breaths and think about this family, and hopefully that will calm you down enough to not follow in the footsteps of those two who are now facing attempted murder and possibly murder charges. We're live this afternoon in Reseda. I'm Jaime Garza, KCAL9 News.